I think the fact is the Russians are not going to lose. And if the Russians were to start losing, if the West and the Ukrainians together were successful, as we anticipated, I believe the Russians would turn to nuclear weapons. And once the Russians turn to nuclear weapons, there are no winners. The idea that
wouldn't that escalate into a general nuclear war?
No, I think the exact opposite would happen. I believe that once nuclear weapons were used, the West would go to great lengths to immediately stop the war because of the threat of a general thermonuclear war. You and I don't want to be incinerated.
Well, we don't make the decisions, you and I.
But I think the policymakers in this case would go to great lengths to shut the war down. I think I've been very critical of Biden, who I think was much too aggressive towards Russia after moving into the White House. And I believe that Biden played a key role in causing the war on February 22nd February 24th of 2022. So I'm highly critical of Biden, but he has been very cautious in terms of arming the Ukrainians and keeping the Ukrainians under control, because he does not want, first of all, the United States or the West more generally to get involved in the war in Ukraine, in the fighting on the ground in Ukraine. But more importantly, he does not want a nuclear war. There would be no winners in a general thermonuclear war. And I believe we would go to great lengths at the first sign that nuclear weapons were being used to shut the war down.